Hi everyone, Brad Thornton from the agency Real Estate, bringing you a topic this week: no price marketing, selling your home, advertising it with no price listed in the advertising. If you're involved in the real estate as interest, if you've been an active buyer, if you're researching because you're thinking about selling your own home, you'll notice that this is actually quite common these days. And the reason this topic's come up for me this week is because I've seen or observed over the last 6 to 8 weeks in particular, a few sales coming up where the home was advertised with no price guide whatsoever. So no indication from the advertising unless you're speaking to the agent around what the expected price or target price is. And then when the property has come through as sold, the sale price, I look at it and I go, geez, I thought that would have went for a little bit more. And so I think this is a risk. There's pros and cons to everything, but I think this is a risk in terms of advertising a home with no price. Realestate.com.au in particular, over the last 5 years, has heavily emphasized their research and tracking buyer behavior is that in some cases, up to 50% of buyers won't even engage or make further inquiries on a home when there isn't a price listed. Just seems all too hard, too confusing. Want to get involved in it. Now, when you are selling your home, the idea is that you want to have a strategy that encompasses as many buyers as possible, as close to 100% reach as you can. Now, that's not always possible, but that's the goal. And there's a number of ways you can do that. But if you're removing pricing from the market, think about that. Even if it's not 50%, even if it's 20 or 30% of buyers who aren't engaging in your home as an active listing are turning their backs on it, so to speak. Now, that's 2 or 3 out of 10 that won't be coming through your home. And then think about the competition that might be missing. In some cases, we can see that the difference between buyer number one and buyer number two can be $20,000, $30,000 apart. Or more importantly, that extra buyer into the mix is what creates the competition. I had a sale recently where a buyer saw a home week one, another buyer saw it week four. They went into auction and battled, and the competition between those two buyers pushed it $55,000 more than it would have if the second buyer wasn't. Sometimes it's hard to price a property, and not having a price in that first week or two to get a feeling for where the market's sitting can be relevant if something is difficult to price. But I would still be tempted to, once you've ascertained where the market is, still put a price guide out there before you make a decision to sell. Otherwise, you could be missing out on some serious qualified buyers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.